Hey, folks, with Aaron Rodgers at the top of his game in the first half, it looked like the Packers would cruise to victory against Dallas. But as it turned out, the Cowboys were far from finished.
Isn't it great? Now we have Des Bryant on the set with us here. Hey, Des.
You know what? These wide receivers are always an itch that needs.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
This is
That first half is Coach Garrett's fault. No, leading up to the game, he said, we're going to do what we do.
And?
No, you don't. Not when you go against a depleted secondary in Green Bay, and I can't even name the DBs, and you have Des Bryant, you throw to him every single time. In the first quarter, this guy had 1 catch, 3 targets for 3 yards.
Yeah.
Was it 3 yards or 13 yards? I don't even know. But he should have had 100 in the first quarter.
But you know what we saw there on the sideline was Des, just talking to his coach, like, look, I'm open, I'm beating this guy. And so he became the itch that needed to be scratched. And certainly it was a good thing for Dak Prescott. 21-13 at halftime. Not at one point in time did I think in the first half that Dallas was out of this by any stretch of the imagination.
No,
and when we were talking about this game last week here on this show, we were talking about how decimated the Green Bay secondary is, and they're not getting much of a pass rush, and it just took a while for them to figure it out. And look, you play.
This is a quarterback dismissing a receiver.
No,
again.
I'm not.
I mean, can we be once in a while?
Say it was a good thing that he did on the sideline. He said the right thing to the coach. Look, I'm beating this guy. So they go to Jason Garrett. They go to Dak Prescott. Look, we can do this. We can win this one-on-one. If you see it, throw it to him. And I just really think the world of Dak Prescott, because there were idiots out there on Twitter in the first half. He wasn't paying attention to it, of course. I was. They were all saying, we got to go to Tony Romo. We got to go to Tony Romo.
His demeanor on the sideline was amazing.
I was like, this is the dumbest thing they could have ever done, taking out what they would think is
kudos to Dak Prescott, but to Des Bryant and what he has become certainly this year. I thought he was awesome.
He's been a great teammate.
No question about it.
Well, I think the big thing. Did you just call yourself an idiot? That's what I was. But I agree. No, never mind. But let's talk about the second half. And what happened after that first half? I think some of the things you talked about are true. They realized when you watch the game, and I actually went back and rewatched it, what they found out Dallas they didn't know what to do. They had choice envy. They didn't know whether to run it or throw it because everything worked. I mean, they ran the ball at will. Every time Dak went back to throw the ball, why would they never take Tony Romo? Because guys were wide open. He had throws. He played tremendous. And when he had to move, he moved to make plays.
But the problem is, when it's 7 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first half and you're down 21-3, you got to throw the ball. You got to throw the ball. And they figured it out too late. You have Aaron Rodgers, who's probably the best football player in the NFL right now, on the other side. You got to throw it.
The thing where Dallas really missed an unbelievable opportunity was right at the end of the first half. I think it was 10 plays. They ended up settling for a Dan Bailey field goal, making 21-13, where if they could have come away with a touchdown, well, I'll tell you what, coming out in that second half, they would have had all the momentum.
Rod Marinelli, defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, started blitzing. That changed the tune of the game. They're very conservative on the defensive side, but when they blitzed, they had some good success. Also, when you watch it, you'll see in the game, if you watch it really close, they covered the Green Bay Packer receivers down the field for most of the game very tightly. Aaron Rodgers just made some tremendous throws.
Nice expression, choice envy. I like that one. Put that one.
Throw the dad.